Welcome to Basketball U. If you're new to Basketball U, make sure you slam dunk that subscribe button. And just to make sure you don't miss a thing, make sure you tap that notification bell right after you hit that subscribe button. Basketball U, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It's good to see you again. Before we get started, make sure you hit that like. If you're just catching up here on Basketball U, we have already talked about how to communicate with the teammates, how to dribble, how to pass, how to move without the ball, how to condition, how to play defense, and how to dunk. Now we're going to talk about more ways to put numbers on the scoreboard, and that's shooting. And not just shooting, but more importantly, how to make these shots consistently. Every basketball player wants to become a great shooter. Proper form and consistent practice is the only surefire way to guarantee the best results. Here we break down the fundamentals of a great shooter. Your body and mind remember the last shot that you took. The more bad habits you build, the harder it is to become a great shooter. At the same time, the more correct fundamentals you practice, the more efficient and closer you will become each day to a great shooter. Few shooters have the ability to overcome flawed fundamentals. Feet and foundation. Any shooter needs to start with a great foundation. Have your feet shoulder width apart and parallel, not 1 foot in front of the other. Parallel feet optimize balance coming off of a screen and shooting off the dribble in either direction. Shot ready. Being ready to shoot is a vital part of being a great shooter. First, a great shooter must have their knees bent for power and balance. Then, a great shooter has their wrists cocked in preparation to receive the basketball. Eyes should be on the target once the ball is received. Lastly, a great shooter has their elbow in close to the body while he is preparing to shoot. Taking the shot. Once the ball has been received, the following steps should be taken. First, find the target with your eyes. Then target the ball in the shooting pocket, about chest level on your dominant hand side, and raise the ball in one motion through the shooting shaft. Once the ball is released, point your fingers towards the target. Keep your eyes on the target, not the ball. Lastly, do not fade away from the target, but instead follow your shot. Practice. The last major part of becoming a great shooter is practice. The best shooters are able to shoot, on average, 300 to 500 shots per day. The more you practice at game speed, the closer you become to being a great shooter on game day. Work on all aspects of shooting: off the dribble, stationary, off the screen, mid-range shots, three-point shots, backboard shots, foul shots, off-rhythm shots, and float shots. There is a lot of work to be done, but the reward will be you achieving great shooter status. There is no magic pill to becoming a great shooter. By inheriting to the fundamentals of shooting above, becoming a great shooter can be attained through hard work and perfect practice. Lots of players would like to be able to increase their shooting range and become a good three-point shooter. We all know of examples of players, like Robert Horry, who are recruited to join teams mostly because of their ability to make three-point shots. Big Shot Rob has 7. That's right, 7 NBA championship rings. Shooters with deep range have helped teams on every level win championships. Here are 3 incredibly simple drills and concepts that can help any player extend their shooting range and add to their scoring arsenal. Warm-up speed. Jog, but never walk, through each of these shots. This will help you work up a sweat. Start around 5 feet from the basket and shoot until you make a shot all net before moving back 1 step. Repeat the process until you get all the way back to the three-point line. Continue shooting until you make an all net three-pointer. Initially, do this from the baseline and work your way back to the three-point line in the corner. Then do the other, right or left baseline, and finally go down the middle and finish with a three-pointer from the top of the key. Finally, do your normal stretching routine. Practice speed. This next part of your practice shooting is best done with a rebounder and a passer. However, if shooting on your own, simply pass to yourself, shoot, rebound, and speed dribble back to the spot. You are now repeating the process of working your way back, only this time going as fast as you think you can, then speeding up your perception of what you think is going fast, and go even faster. Obviously, this is great conditioning. There are several kinds of footwork currently being used by good shooters. These include the classic inside foot 1-2 step, the 2-foot jump stop, the plant near foot and step in, and hop into the shot. Ask your coach before deciding what to do. Make one all-net shot of each of the following types of shots, and work your way back from 3 distances. Start at 10 feet out, then move to 15 feet, and finally to 3-point range. Do both a catch and shoot and a shot off the dribble, moving left, right, center. That's 6 made all-net baskets from each spot. As before, you must make an all-net shot before progressing to the next type of shot and distance. Competitive speed. This is the most important part of becoming a proficient shooter in actual games. Do this workout with defenders. Learning this way will give you transference from practice to actual games. You'll play this way and it will be easy to make shots in games and at crunch time. Have defenders close out on you to try and steal the ball and block the shot. Want to become a fearless shooter? Have the defender foul you on purpose, but this should be just a slap on the wrist or controlled nudge so you don't get hurt. Make 3 shots like this during every practice and you will become a more focused in the zone shooter. You probably will also get to the free throw line in games and have a chance to make a 4-point play. Math plus honesty equals real results. Have you noticed that doing any one of the stages will cause you to make, not just take, over 100 shots? This includes shots that go in without being on net. You shouldn't care about missing. You don't have to make every shot. Just shoot until you make the amount of shots needed to progress to the next stage. Do only as many stages as you are comfortable with. The warm-up stage alone will make anyone a better shooter, and is essentially what many great shooters in the NBA do a couple hours before every game. By the way, just because you take a lot of 3-point shots and you think that you are a 3-point shooter doesn't mean you are. If it takes more than 15 shots to make an all-net 3-pointer and you have to change your shot to get the basketball to reach the basket, then the 3-point shot is out of your range for now. Your current and realistic range is where you can make 2 all-net shots in 10 attempts or less. Just be patient with yourself and work on these drills and stay within your range, and you will soon gradually extend that range. Before attempting the 3-point shot in games, just make 6 out of 10 in practice on 3 separate practice days. Just get it in. You don't have to shoot all net. These shots should be from where you would shoot from the flow of your offense. That's when the statistic of probability is on your side, and you will have a real mathematical chance to shoot at least 35 to 40% from 3-point range when you play. Anyone can do this. Let's take Craig Hodges for example. As a player, Craig Hodges was on the Chicago Bulls' first championship team with Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, both now in the Basketball Hall of Fame. Craig also won the NBA All-Star Weekend 3-point contest 3 years in a row. Increasing range and becoming proficient at 3-point shooting will not only help you have more success now, it will also increase your chances to move to the next level. It's what Robert Horry and Craig Hodges have already accomplished. Shooting is a deceptively complicated act. While the fundamental idea of putting the orange ball through a white net is universal, the methods players use to do so vary wildly. Take Stephen Curry and Dirk Nowitzki. Their extreme stylistic contrasts spring out of the 9-inch height difference between them, yet they both fit comfortably under the greatest shooters ever umbrella. Other great shooters in the NBA that are known to dominate the shooting game, whether from the 3-point line or to the mid-range. There's Klay Thompson, Ray Allen, Larry Bird, Reggie Miller, Kyle Korver, Steve Nash, Kevin Durant, Steve Kerr, JJ Redick, Peja Stojakovic, Mark Price, Chris Mullin, and Drazen Petrovic. These players have mastered the art of shooting and know how to make shots consistently. And even if they get guarded or double teamed, the ball is still going to go in anyways. These guys are that good at shooting the ball. Any chance of letting them open in the fourth quarter, and it's over. Just follow what we said, and then you'll probably just be as good as those players. If not, maybe better. This has been The Art of Shooting. This is Basketball U. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, follow all of our social medias right there in the description to keep yourself up to date, as this channel will have a lot of basketball, a lot of players, and a lot of training and more information on how to play the game of basketball. Remember, someone's always working. Are you?